Now then, welcome to Reviews on Realism. It's Nick again. Today I'm going to be reviewing Oranges and Sunshine, which is a historical drama from 2010 directed by Jim Loach, son of Ken.
I was in the children's home in the UK. I was only 10. This man in a suit, he came to see me and he says, his mother's dead, you know, so how'd you like to go to Australia? The sun shines every day. You pick oranges off the trees for your breakfast. Now you're telling me that she might not have been dead after all.
This is the story of a social worker, played by Emily Watson, who meets an angry Australian woman, one night who tells her that she doesn't know where she comes from. She's come to England trying to find out where she came from. She tells her this story about being put on a ship with a load of other kids and told she's going to Australia, the land of oranges and sunshine. And she doesn't know anything about her family. I think she's told that her parents are dead. Emily Watson at first doesn't really believe this story because she's never heard of this before, and it just sounds like, why would that happen? But it's the rest of the story is her in getting involved in that and finding out that it's mostly true, and then connecting with people in Australia, finding out all sorts of other deep dark secrets that the government don't want to talk about, or they don't want to talk about. They kind of don't want to acknowledge. It's just another another in a long line of grim, dark secrets from our country's past. So this was the directorial debut of Jim Loach, son of Ken Loach. So I'm wondering if this script was ever sent to Ken and he turned it down. I'm not sure, but his son picked it up and it's a really good film. He's done something really good with it. I'm sure Ken would have, but it would have been a different sort of film, I think. For instance, like I said, the thing about him hiding the secrets in a Ken Loach film, if they'd have gone to the government and asked that questions, they would have probably pulled a sabre out and tried to decapitate them or something. But in this film, they just went, don't know what you're on about, which is much more realistic. But I didn't go for the super realistic style that his dad did, but it didn't affect the film at all. The subject matter was just really emotive. I found the whole thing. I hadn't checked before to tell if it was a true story or not. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but I just went in sort of blind, thought I'll try this out, and it was there's something. I mean the film, the basic story of the film is people growing up without parents, which is I mean, obviously it's not something that I've experienced. I grew up with both my parents there, but there's something about it that just feels, it gets to you straight away. This idea that people that I don't know who my mum is, I don't know where I came from, I don't know who I am. They were just sent out there and put in this pretty much sweat camps. A lot of the places, their identity comes from a lot of other people who don't really have an identity, so they come out with, they don't know who they are. If they haven't found themselves along the way, their childhood wasn't the best, so they haven't developed properly, and they just want a hug, really. So there was something that just I don't know, it felt really sort of primal and natural. I can't explain it. There was just something that really connected with me there. I don't know, it's like a nightmare situation of just not knowing who you are and not having a mother. Yeah, I think, doesn't Glass say that in Unbreakable as well? The worst thing in the world is not knowing why you're here. So there's something there. That's maybe why I connected to that film as well. So yeah, as the story unfolds, it gets more and more interesting and sadder, and there's so much tension. Every time she meets someone else, you think, are they going to find their parents? Are they not? What's going to happen to this person? Are they going to find themselves? And the fact that it's all true, everything just. I found it quite overwhelming. I thought it was a really good drama, a really good story that needs to be told. Really, we need to know more about this sort of thing. I don't know why people always deny it. Say, "Oh, that happened ages ago. Just forgetting about it. Why are you Antifa or something? Shut up, you dick." These things are important and they should be talked about. And yeah, I think it was a really good film. I'd give it 8.5 out of 10. I think, because it didn't destroy me. So yeah, it's a really good film. It's on Amazon Prime at the moment, though. There's two links to it for some reason, but I put the right one below. For some reason, if you search for it, sometimes it doesn't say it's on Prime, but it is. So check the link below. Check it out and tell me what you thought. So I thought it was very good. I could see why people might not find it. I could see that it's not that stimulating a film. There's no action, there's not a lot going on, but I found it really engaging. So yeah, but check it out in the link below and get back to me. Tell me what you thought. Oranges and sunshine. Now then, if you liked video, then click subscribe. If you didn't like it, well then bug off. No, don't really subscribe anyway.